Hi, I'm Daniel Andrews, owner and creator of AndrewsFootball.com. Now, if you're new to my channel and you're wondering if you're at the right place, let me ask you this. Do you like football? Do you want to talk free agency? Do you want to talk draft? Do you want to break down all 32 teams? Well, if so, you're in the right place. So if you haven't done it already, there's a button right around here. See it, see it, see it. Bam! Hit that button. Become one of the greatest people on planet Earth. Now, before I kick off picks, 13 through 16. Let's recap 1 through 12. Number 1, Cincinnati's going to take Joe Burrow. Number 2, Washington's going to take Chase Young. Number 3, in a trade with Detroit, Miami's going to jump up. They're going to take Tua. I can't pronounce his last name. Not even going to try. Number 4, the Giants are going to trade with the Chargers. Chargers going to jump up to 4. They're going to take Justin Herbert. Detroit now back at 5 is going to take Isaiah Simmons. The Giants now back at 6. They're going to take Jedrick Wills. Carolina at 7 is going to take Derek Brown. Cardinals at 8 are going to take Jeffrey Okudah. Jacksonville at 9 is going to take Javon Kinlaw. Cleveland at 10 is going to take Tristan Wirfs. And the Jets at 11 are going to take CeeDee Lamb. And number 12, the Raiders are going to take C.J. Henderson. I know that's kind of a wild card pick. I'm trying to get more Raiders fans that are curious because I know that's kind of out in left field. I'm the only person that has a mock with the Raiders taking C.J. Henderson at 12. So yeah, listen, if you're a Raiders fan especially, what do you think? Henderson at 12. So listen, 13 is San Francisco. They're on the clock. Okay, if you haven't heard, the reason why San Francisco has the 13th pick in the draft is they traded DeForest Buckner to Indianapolis for their first round pick, which was the 13th overall. And so now San Francisco has the 13th and the 31st picks in the first round, but they don't have picks in rounds 2, 3, and 4. So a trade down is possible here, but I do think it's much more likely that they'll trade the 31st pick in the draft rather than the 13th pick. I got a feeling San Francisco is going to make a pick here. And a player who really could be a good replacement for Buckner, a player that I'm a lot higher on than a lot of draft experts, is A.J. Espinosa, I'm sorry if I'm pronouncing it wrong, edge rusher out of Iowa. Not really a tackle, he's an edge guy, but I can tell you this, I think 49ers fans are a little frustrated with Dee Ford. If you're wanting a pure pass rusher, he's great, but he's going to miss a large amount of time due to injury, and he's not good against the run. A guy like A.J. Espinosa, I'm sorry, I know I'm butchering that. He's a guy who can play all 3 downs, unlike Dee Ford's more of just a 3rd down option, and if I know Ford's contract, I think after 2020 you can get out of that deal. So that's a possibility there. Of course, trading down is also a possibility. However, you lose Emmanuel Sanders in free agency to the Saints. So with the 13th overall pick, my number 3 player overall is still on the board, and that is Jerry Jeudy, wide receiver out of Alabama. This is a plug-and-play guy. I think he becomes your number 1 receiver immediately. No disrespect to Deebo Samuel, who I think is a really good player. I think Judy's just better, and I think it's an upgrade over Emmanuel Sanders. So I think this is, for San Francisco, this is your dream scenario. Now, 14's Tampa Bay. They're now on the clock. Tom Brady went to Tampa Bay. It's just weird, but get used to it. So with Tampa Bay now having Tom Brady, I think that they could go in a variety of different directions here. Another name that I actually mocked going to Tampa Bay was, again, A.J. Espinosa. I'm butchering his name. I apologize. That was the name I had going in my first mock to Tampa Bay. But after getting Tom Brady, I think that your number 1 priority is protecting him. So with the 14th pick and the 2020 NFL Draft, I have Tampa Bay selecting Mekhi Becton, tackle out of Louisville. I'm probably butchering that name too, but get the big body, great pass protector. At the combine showed that he's athletic enough to play on the left side. I think that he's a day 1 starter. Just put him on the left side, protect Brady all day long. So Denver is now on the clock at 15. And I want to give a special shout out to Cody Rourke. He does the Locked On podcast for the Denver Broncos. Great guy. We go back and forth talking sports, and even though I'm a Chiefs fan, he's a Broncos fan. Nothing but love and respect for each other. So it's really great. And Cody, man, I know you're not going to like this because I predicted the same thing you predicted originally, that Henry Ruggs, he's available at 15. It's a plug and play fit. Fits in exactly what you want with the Denver Broncos, but I'm going in a different direction. I know you're not going to like this, but and Ruggs could be the pick. I wouldn't have a problem with it. I think he's a good fit here, but with the 15th pick in the 2020 NFL Draft, I have the Denver Broncos going Andrew Thomas, tackle out of Georgia. I think you got to move on from Garrett Bowles. You tried. It didn't work. Now that you got the quarterback in play, go ahead and get the run grading tackle. I like the Gordon signing, but does this mean you're not high on Philip Lindsay? I don't know, but obviously you're not signing him and plan on throwing the ball 60, 70 times a game. You're going to be a running team. Get the road grader, run blocking tackle out of Georgia, who's a definite upgrade from Bowles. So Atlanta, you're now on the clock at 16. And with Atlanta, you can go in a variety of different directions here. They signed Dante Fowler to a big deal, and I like that pick. You can't have enough pass rushers. Speaking of pass rushers, you have Tack McKinley. You picked in the first round a couple years ago, 3.5 sacks. That's not going to cut it. You've already heard me say his name twice already, but the 16th pick in the 2020 NFL Draft, I have the Atlanta Falcons taking AJ Espinosa, edge rusher out of Iowa. Instead of going with speed and athletes, go with power and size. Plus, I think that in obvious third down passing situations, you move them to the inside, have a lot of fun there. But they've gone with athletes in the past on the outside. Hasn't really worked, so let's go with power and football players. One of my favorite players in the draft. I know that after I think it was 505 at the combine, a lot of teams or a lot of mock experts are ranking him down. I think NFL executives love this kid. I love this kid, so I think 16 is a great value for him for the Falcons. And just to recap here, 13, San Francisco is going to take Jerry Jeudy. 14, Tampa Bay taking Mekhi Becton. 15, Denver taking Andrew Thomas. And number 16, Atlanta taking AJ Espinosa. I'm butchering some of these names, so I apologize. Now, these are my picks, but I want to know what you think. I mean, I want to know who you would take. I'm giving you my opinion. I want to know what your opinion is. We can go back and forth. And of course, if I'm doing a good job, don't forget to give me a thumbs up. And please share this video with your friends. Tomorrow, pick 17 through 20. Dallas, you're on the clock.